Was the families always give thanks and praises to Creator, ever you may conceive him or to be. Now this clip here, I should own the rights to it, but I really don't. Because I mean, it's a very, very interesting clip of the Prime Minister of Barbados being asked a question about corruption in the Caribbean. And the Prime Minister of Barbados gave her a chance to retract the statement. So she said to her, "Do you really want me to answer this question?" And she says, "Yes." So the Prime Minister looked away and like, "All right, so you're going to have to get it straight, cut." See, so just goes to show that these so-called advanced countries, when they're interviewing people from the so-called third world, they think that they're dumb and they're stupid. So they think that they can ask them anything and they can just get a nice so-called civilized answer. No. Just like the prime ministers and the presidents in Africa. You ask them a dumb question, you can get a straightforward answer. And so go on here with the Prime Minister of Barbados. And she laid out on her exactly how it's supposed to be laid out. And if all the other Prime Ministers of the Caribbean could do this and don't hold back no punches, they will have to think 3 and 4 times before they ask them dumb questions. You get what I'm saying? Now, as the commentator in here is speaking on how it went down, it is also very interesting to show you that Miss Mia Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, don't hold no punches. She called it exactly how she see it. Until then, folks, always speak your truth, regardless to whoever it hurts. Because some people would prefer you to say what they want you to say to make them feel comfortable. Just like how Facebook now is doing the same thing, telling you that they are striking you because your community, you're violating their community guidelines, and it's supposed to be free speech. And you're supposed to post something. Once it's not offensive or rude or vulgar or the ordinary, you're supposed to post things to enlighten people. But a lot of them are running like fish out of water because they don't want to deal with the truth. Until then, folks, I love you guys. Always be loving and kind. I do not own the rights to the video. This video is for awareness purposes only. Until then, folks, love you guys. Peace out and love.
Tell you all the God honest truth. Every time I hear Mia Motley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, speak, I wish that she was the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Take this clip for example.
In the room, what a lot of Western climate diplomats tell me is that leaders like yourself also carry a responsibility. Why are vulnerable countries still so debt-stricken? Why is there still corruption? What is your response to that?
You really want me to answer you?
No shame, we have all asked a dumb question or two in our lifetime. We all have done it. Mia Motley, realizing the stupidity of the question, gave her an opportunity to retract the question by asking her, "Do you really want me to answer that question?" The reporter didn't read the room and said, "I do."
To answer you?
I do.
Okay.
Do you all see how quick she was like, "Okay," and that head nod and she looked away? In her mind, she was like, "I gave you a chance. I gave you the chance to retract the question, but you push it. So what you get, you take." And she proceeds to unload on the reporter.
Why is it that every time we talk about countries from the South, the first allegation is corruption? Last time I checked, in the USA and the UK and Europe, they're riddled with corruption, but nobody says that they're not capable of achieving their objectives because of corruption. Why is it that we're not talking about the fact that these countries became independent, having allowed those countries that colonized them to extract significant portions of their wealth, such that we had no proper housing, no proper education, no proper healthcare systems, no proper legal systems, no proper across the whole strip, and certainly nothing to do with building social capital like community development and cultural enterprises. And what has happened is therefore that we have spent the time since independence trying to give our people what the global north has taken for granted and has supported by the extrication of centuries of wealth, to give their people out of our blood, sweat, and tears. Now, when our blood, sweat, and tears finances the Industrial Revolution, and the Industrial Revolution then causes the climate crisis, and then I have to pay for the consequences of the climate crisis because of the Industrial Revolution financed by our blood, sweat, and tears, then I think they have no moral authority to tell me anything about the financing of the climate or about why we don't have enough.
Do you all see how a leader is supposed to speak? She is not beating around the bush. She's not pussyfooting, as we will say down here. She's not putting water in her mouth. Her pot have no cover. If you ask a dumb question, she's going to put you in your place regardless of what part of the world you come from, regardless of what media house you represent. Don't ask stupid questions. But you know the modern day agenda is that whenever you put certain people in their place, the first thing they like to say is, you're angry. You're an angry person. And that's exactly what the media person did. Observe.
Is it anger over this that fuels your energy?
Anger? Absolutely not. Unfairness, lack of justice. They're not angry.
She shut that stupid comment down one time, nip it in the bud, about angry. The lady just gave you 2 minutes of pure facts, and all you could take from that is, well, you're sounding angry. And then Mia Motley, she didn't stutter, she didn't look up in the sky, she didn't say she didn't play with her fingers and ponder the meaning of life. She clapped back one time, bam, in the reporter's face. This is the kind of leader that you will happily fight for on a battlefield. You will happily go out there on a battlefield and fight in the trenches for a leader like this. I do not mean any disrespect to the people of Barbados or the country of Barbados. But it's my personal and humble view and opinion that you all don't deserve Mia Motley. I would have loved to see her in charge of a bigger country with more power and more economic might. Let me really see the power of a woman who knows what she's doing in a leadership role. I would have loved to see that. I mean, no disrespect to Barbados. It's a nice country, well, an island. But I would have really loved to see her in charge of something bigger, something that, had real weight in the Caribbean, like Trinidad.